Good evening friends. Welcome to the totalitära bondediktaturen. Indeed. We have actually made some progress on the construction of things. The livestock farm is complete. No workers, no crops. But crops we shall take care of. We should have a little truck, or a truck of some kind, preferably something that we already have. Yes, you're even filled with crops. You will do excellently. Bum, 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 bum. It wouldn't happen to me, no. I might have prepared this. Yes, I have prepared this. Very good. Now we only need this thing to be completed, and that's going to take a little while, I suppose. 5 workers on the construction site. They don't have any bricks, boards, or steel. But I mean, we make new things of such natures. Not steel, but we import. We're not keeping up with the steel import, and it is quite expensive. This importing steel. Yes. Green tea with milk today. This evening, yes. 22:43 is what the clock is saying. So this is the good evening indeed, and welcome to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Here in det totalitära bondedemokratin. Totalitarian farmers democracy. With the most perfectly organized construction industry ever seen in Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. The steel mill is not yet done. It will be a while longer. We're still working on the groundworks. Yes. It's ticking downwards slowly, but it is ticking. Yes, it's, I suppose, yes, it's the digger. It's digging away. Here. Yes, and over at here we have bricks. How about the prefabs panels? They can't store or export. Should we build a few more residential buildings? I have this. No one is living here yet. No, and this is half. It's really no rush with the residentials. Should we expand to a new town? Why? Just because. This is quite a long way away. Yes, and a new town, and where we'll set up maybe a uranium mine. No one has to start somewhere. And uranium. Well, as it will happen to be there is uranium here apparently. Somewhere. Construction, energy, uranium mine. Yes, here is a healthy patch. If we would like to find something in the vicinity of some other settlement, like here, seem to indicate No. Here. Okay. Sayov. Down there. Yes, I suppose we could have a bit of a uranium business going on here. Couldn't we? It is very steep though. How about the cableway? Cable car to the center of Sayov. Up to the uranium mine. And then have I don't know if it's a good idea to have the nuclear related stuff immediately as close to the Soviet border as possible. That's where we wouldn't want to put the waste later on. Yes, but we're not quite there yet. But I mean, yes, this, and we have another town here. I think that's Sayov going to be. No, this is very, very long way away from where I have all my stuff. It is in fact such a long ways away that it is ridiculous. And there is an enormous problem here. You know, this I don't think is possible. It is possible, okay. Something is possible. Here, we certainly need. Yes, that's much possible. Because here we would have bricks limit amount. Limit amount, yes, I think. Steel. We want plenty of steel and also bricks. 100 and 200 tons, yes. We're actually using bricks at the moment. We're not putting them in storage. Good. And out... yes, the steel will be a while. Yes, I think that when we have our own steel, you know, then it's very much feasible to build that uranium mine and the thing. Should one plan a bit? Doesn't cost anything to plan, you know. Sayov. We have a high voltage line and things, but that's fine. I think. Let's see. Well, I'm still going to have a road up here anyways to keep things safe and fire protected, but I mean, we can start by doing something. A construction office. Right next to the... No, we'll have it inland here. Yes, clicking the auto build. Yes, imagine. Then I'm clicking it again. Yes, and I have a bit of money now, 600,000. Excellent. Then we can get going here. Yes, because I'm going to need quite a few of these. Bless you. It's my colleague again, the cat. Now she's sneezing. Or now, this time. She's sneezing. Gravel, coal, iron. No, it is energy related. Energy related. Indeed. Don't touch us. Yes. A little bit of music here. Well, here it is, yes, exactly here is where you want it. And it will actually flatten out by itself, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to But yes, I'm trying not to move my fingers right there. Yes. Here. And I don't think that getting a road down this mountain should be that impossible. Is that enough? We just want the mine and we want mine and we want pardon. There we go. We want mine. Yes, we want. Okay, and did you have the okay, outputs in that way? Mine and yes, let's say no. I think which way are we taking the industry? We have to take it inlands. We cannot take. We cannot have nuclear industry in the direction of the Soviet Union. That's too risky. Have it. But how are you going to? Damn it! This is difficult as always. You know. On something like that, and next to it here, let's see, infrastructure, cableway, and a big cableway station. Which way is say obvious is there? No, are you blind? No, not completely. You don't have much choice in the matter, you know. You have to put it the way that it's that thing is pointing. It's that's how it is. Yes, okay, and up here, building everything as a gravel road. I think I might regret that when I want to upgrade and realize what a complete pain it is to upgrade. I think that what you have to do is you have to build secondary roads for use while upgrade is taking place. Okay. Do I really want paved? Wonder how good this new curving system really is. So far it's looking quite good. Steep of a descent. I think that you're going to be able to do this. Aren't you? Yes. Then, okay, I'm going to have to take it in a little bit smaller increments here. Too steep, to everything, to something, to this, to that, to that. There's always something, apparently. Yes. Am I glitching the game? No, this is proper playing, I would think. Yes. And then, now then, cableway. Yes, heavyweight cableway pole. Need flat terrain. Too low. Yes, but I cannot raise it up any further, you know. Really. This is not starting out well. It's not. How about that then? Some other infrastructures in the way. Yes, it's impossible to get the road. Unfortunately, underneath. But it must be possible. Yes, we will build it tall. Can't build it. There you go. Thank you. There. But you know, in order to build this, I'm going to have to get a road to them. And that's not going to be easy. That defeats the purpose almost. You know, a little bit. But I suppose if you're serious about the construction, then you have to do. Are they really green? They're red, but here they're green. Too low. Need flat terrain. Can't build due to infrastructure. Yes, unfortunately, you're going to have to go. Yes, you can go through the high voltage line. Good. Excellent. Angle of connection is not too sharp. And I think that this is about enough for now. Let's suspend. Don't do anything here. Not here yet. That's a start for a uranium mine. Yes. Now there's only one problem. That's this. Okay, that one was easy. Could have mud roads for these. Yes. And of course they are facing the wrong way. Do you have any idea how difficult it was to build the road that is already in here? Damn near impossible. I'll take anything that is green at the moment. This is going to be hopeless, you know. It's hopeless. Already is. It's not going to be. It currently is hopeless. Yes. Ah, come on. Yeah. You can do this. It is not easy. It is hard. But you can do this. It is slow and it is all sorts of things. You know what you want to do is like that, but you can't. You have to do it this way. It's yes, it's a bit ridiculous, but yes, it gets the job done. You know. Ta-da! That's one of them. But this should be less difficult. Now, I would hope, yes. although some of them may just be impossible. Okay. Sure, that's that. Fantastic. We have uranium or within the grasp or something. It is quite a ways away. And from the uranium ore mine, I suppose we're going to need a conveyor. Of course. What else would you have? And where are we taking? I mean, if we could take it here and then, sort of have that road also as an access road for these. You wouldn't happen to be oriented in such a fashion. Yes, you would happen to be. I mean, this takes a lot of the guessing out of this process. Tell you that. This used to be a nightmare. And need flat terrain. Yes, if you really insist, I can arrange some flat terrain for you. It is very unflat at the moment, it would seem. Also, the bulldozers are having a minor effect, if any. I think we're asking a bit much of them, maybe. Yes, it's not going to do it any better than that. That's perfect. Yes. And will you now do this as well? Okay, but yes. And another one, please. Another one, please. Yes. Conveyor belt engine transfer. Can't build due to infrastructure. What infrastructure? None. It's the power line, I suppose, but it's far away. Here you cannot. Yes, here you can. Very good. That will do. Nicely. Let's see here. What else? And then I suppose in the uranium industry, is this radioactive at this point? I don't know. We could have a large aggregate storage, for example. Because, let's see here, the uranium, yes, let's have a look here. The energy related uranium mine, it requires 100 workers. Processing plant, 60 workers, but also engineers. Yes. And same with this. They need both workers and engineers, but this only needs workers. So let's have a large aggregate storage. pardon me. Large aggregate storage. Yes, one of those. Thank you very much. Large aggregate storage. Need flat terrain. Isn't it? Here? No, then we'll have it down at the flat terrain. They can't build due to infrastructure. Will that be the high voltage line? Yes, it would. Here you can, but you do not get one of those conveyor belts pre-packaged. Can't build it to infrastructure. Yes, that is the power line. I suppose I'm going to have to tear that down. It is night time after all. Yes. I wonder if this is important. It's a high voltage line, so it's probably quite important for something. Where are we? Map. Ah, yes, it's the export. As we can see, the rubles are now counting down. Yes, but anyway, we were building a large aggregate storage around here. Yes, like that. And then we're turning the power back on immediately for the Soviet Union. Yes, this is an exception, of course. This is something that we just asked the foreigners to do for us in exchange for hard cash. And they do. And they show up out of thin air and do things. Okay, so here we'll have uranium ore. The miners. I think we're going to take from this Sayov. Yes, and to look at this road. This is something not bad. No, it isn't bad. But this is a little ways of away from here, but it's not incredibly. It's a long way away. Yes, it's a long way away. But we're going to have to set up lots of storages out here. You know, we want and I'm envisioning. Yes, we have workers here. I'm envisioning the nuclear fuel production industry taking place here somewhere. Yes, and the power plant will not be here by the border. It will be far inland. Then the I think the what you call it here. I mean, this is a perfect place to store the spent fuel. It's in a slight depression. It is has natural surrounding things around it, and it's right at the corner of the border. So it's as far away from anything as possible. Yes, ambitious plans. Indeed, but this, you know, when this gets done, I think it'll be something. But let's not kid ourselves. That's a little bit of a time away. Because we're here. Yes. But this is not too bad right now. I mean, it was bad. But now, I don't think it is that bad. Let's have a look here, for example. How's this coming along? The chemical industry? Not at all. Yes, it's one of these things. I think. Yes. I have to do that. And now it might be assigned to a construction office any minute now. Day, hour. And the same here. It is also very far away, so I might have to explicitly tell you to do this. It could well be the case. See. Yes. Read of chemical plant was already on your list of things to do. But the meat industry is in fact only lacking workers, I think. Is it not the case? I think it might be. We're going to add a little task to you, and that is to go here and you unload fuel. Unload fuel, yes. This is working quite well, sort of. Except that I had a few trucks filled with, yes, these chemicals, and one truck filled with fabric that I have absolutely no idea how they ended up there. And this, a mod, the Gdynia harbor meat storage, which when finished will store like, what was it, 150 tons of meat or something. It was enormous. So it's true to real life size, but maybe a little bit big in the context of the game. But still, I liked the looks of it. I also like the idea of having an enormous amount of meat stored just in case, because it keeps very fresh in there. You know, it's incredibly cold. And we use only the best of the cooling things here. 15,565 tons of meat. But that's not bad. You don't have livestock. You have crops. You have no workers. Right, you have no forklifts, nor fuel, but your fuel should start showing up. Bad connection. You will go from here and go here. I apparently need to buy... No. Need to buy some forklifts. Do I have money? Yes, I have money. There you go. Livestock farm. Unload, no. Load, livestock. Slaughterhouse. What do you think? Unload livestock. And all of this is without power. No, this is not without power supply. Where you're getting your power from here, I would suppose. Yes. And from here is also where we shall take... Yes, this is a little bit sad. That's sad, but it is dangerous because we're going to have to cut power to this place momentarily. But if I'm going to build the stuff, then it won't be so momentarily. Then it's going to be a long time. Where did it go? No, at least these bits I have to pay for, otherwise it's going to go to not well. You know, but we'll risk the fire protection for this one until the road gets done. Should be fine. Now though, from here Yes, electric substation. You're already powered, so down here somewhere. I suppose the enormous freezer takes a bit of power to run. Yes. There you go. So one livestock farm is done, and we only need workers. I still have not built a bus stop, apparently. Which is a bit sad, but we shall take care of that, hopefully, easily. Bus stop. I mean, here would be pretty good if it would be possible to get suitable roads in. We shall see about that. Yes. Yes. That is excellent. Let's just wait 100 years for this to be built. Ah, there comes the fuel thing for the forklifts. You regretted something, or you're trying to unload, but it doesn't have any power supply, so you don't know what to do. You can continue doing that if you like. It's going to take a while. These things are not quick, and it's not even possible to build right now because neither end here has a road connection, and this thing is not even constructed yet. No. So it's going to take a while. What are you doing down here? Oh, I already had one, apparently. Or no, okay, it's... right, we're gonna have to remove this from the task list for now. Otherwise we're going to get a terrible situation. I think. Now, what's happening here? We have had some conveying business is complete. The iron mine is complete. We have a quality of source of 60%. We have no electricity. Maybe it's time I built some electricity, because this will be done any minute now. Here, what's the problem? We're lacking workers. I have just a thing. And what's going on here? You have absolutely nothing. You're not assigned to a construction office. Let's do that then. You build this road connection with the road does not exist. Then you need to build these. Building is not finished. No. Yes, do all of these. And the source is without steel, but we're not out of steel money, so it should be rectified as soon as the truck makes its way here. It's on the way to the border. Yes. It takes a lot of steel to build a steel mill. Unfortunately. Yes. Yes, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a break and have things build for a bit here, and we'll be right back. And there we are, as it would happen right on New Year's Eve of 1974. And unfortunately, the game has got a bit of tinnitus here. Yes, it has. And yes, I'm going to have to do this again. Yes, and we're back with a freshly loading game, which will hopefully remedy the tinnitus situation. At least as far as the game is concerned. Yes. Silence. We'll have a bit of music to fill the silence. And cheers, I've made myself a Baileys here with lots of ice and a little bit of milk, you know. Cheers. Yes, this is so good. Yes. And has anything happened? Yes, well, the construction on the steel mill is progressing. It is a bit ironic that they're lacking bricks, since the brick factory is right here. And they're even connected to the brick factory with a factory connection. Yes, but they are a little bit, it has to be done in a certain way. And also, I think that these may be a little bit overburdened or lacking in the open hull department. What do we have here? Dumper covered hull. Yes, open hulls are busy. And that would be because we are transporting, we're using a lot of steel at the moment. Yes, and that is also what's keeping us back slightly. Now we have all the prefab panels in the world. Yes. We waited so long for you. Yes. But are we getting to a point where the building is without power supply? Why? Why are you without power supply? Oh, temporarily outage, okay. 9 workers can't work because there is no kindergarten. Oh no, this cannot be true. 16 workers without job. 70 people? What? I thought these places were always empty. I think that we miss quite a few that yes, there's one, waited for an hour, then went home. And that's the drawback of these. You don't get enough traffic flow. So you miss out on quite a few people, unfortunately. But that's the way it is. Now, I think that we actually have a meat industry going. Yes, livestock export is full. Look at that. Fantastic. Are you operating without issues? Yes, you are. You cannot store or export meat. That will be because this place is not built yet. I'm not going to build it until the steel mill is done. Nope. But here we shall buy a new vehicle. I wonder if this yes, it's available as a fridge as well. I mean, this modder has really gone a step beyond what can be expected. Yes, it is so well, and it's complete, and so good, and everything. God damn it, I need to remember that my money's accounts, yes, it's not all that great. Can't assign to buildings. Can't manage office tasks. Can't assign more buildings. I don't like. Okay, can I remove something? Oil fuel storage. You get electrical components and mechanical components and bricks you don't need to get from there anymore. But mechanical components and electrical, but maybe we could get them from somewhere else. Or isn't where is the Soviet border house? There isn't one. Really? Is this all the buildings you can have? Huh. No matter. I think, didn't I consider this and build a... that's the forklift. No, but I think I thought about it. I have built... Did I build another one of those? I don't know. It's in storage anyway. Yes. And it's we'll have a small distribution office this time. In flat terrain. Hold left button to flatten terrain. Yes. And this I don't know if I can be bothered to wait with. No. Now, the refrigeration truck that I just bought here, that you could not make use of. Screw you then. Then this one, where did it go? Where am I? It's dark. Here. Here, yes. You go here. Load. And we have the store. This already building assigned to other. Yes, but it's okay. Yes, need some vehicles. You will get some vehicles pretty soon. Dum 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 dum. Yes, this is good. And I was a little bit too thirsty to only have. I should have had some water or something as well, because now that's going to hit quite severely, I think, and quite quickly. Yes. Come on, make it over there. Dum dum dum. Dum, 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 dum. Here we go. Oh, it's a beautiful color. Dum, 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 and here we go. It's a bit oversized. It's that's the only problem with this truck. Need some vehicles. Yes, you will get some vehicles right about now. Distribution office, it looks like, I don't know. It is very worn down. Yes, and I just built it. It's without power supply. It doesn't matter for you, I don't think. Here you're going to load 4%. Yes. This is not going to work, you know, for the meat. Because for the meat, we're gonna want a dedicated truck standing as the what should I call it? The storage in the shopping center. The shopping center is so small. 800 kilograms is what we're going to be able to get in here now. Yes, that's not a lot. But okay, so we'll stop that now. There's a lot of people outside the shop. You know, we have not increased this in a very, very long time. It should be maximized, I think, because the town has grown quite a bit. This ought to have had an impact. Yes, it has had an impact. Okay. Yes, it's a good thing we caught it. And now the truck here arrived, or something with the meat, did it not? Yes, but it has left again. And it will not even have time to make it back until it's done. You know, so we'll do this instead. Go here. Yes, and then we take one. You go here and you load. And you can wait until loaded, you know, even. Don't unload. And then go to the shopping center. Yes, and it has 2 parking spaces, so you can have one dedicated for meat. And there you unload, and you wait until unloaded. And this way they will have an 18-ton storage space of meat. That should make them very satisfied, I would think. Don't go home anymore. But do this instead. Yes. Because the slaughterhouse itself does not have a lot of cold storage. It's they work on a fresh sort of business, you know. They cannot store or export livestock. But anyway, yes, that's good. The grain storage is full. The food warehouse export is full. This place is full of full of alcohol. I have one truck on selling it. It's not going quick, I don't think. Last year, it's a new year. We can do a summary. Hooray! An economic summary for 1973. Yes, exports for rubles were $200,000 dollars. I mean, or $200,000 worth of power, and $33,000 worth of alcohol. 77.77 tons and 147,392 megawatt hours. I don't know what it is counted in here really. You know, but anyway, it's yes, $198,000. Very good. And for rubles, 280,000 rubles worth of power and 75,406 rubles worth of bitumen. Yes, and on the bottom line, we still were ended up in the red. I think I bought a lot of vehicles. Yes, for $149,000 and 185,000 rubles in vehicles. not that much manpower, resources, dollars. That would be quite a bit of building material, steel, mechanical components, cement, and a little bit of bricks. And what else we had? Rubles. We imported clothing, meat. That should go away pretty soon. Steel should also go away, but not quite yet. Yes, and then it's not very much. Are we having a problem at the power plant again? With the staffing situation? Yes, 5 people. What's going on? 5? There you go. 18. Much better. How are you coming along? Coming along here. Okay. Is this complete yet? No. Are they working on it? Barely. I mean, yes, they have everything, but the workers, you know. I know just the thing. Just the guys to call, you know. It's a construction office here that has only buses. It's all they do is drive people around. They're specialists in driving people to much needed places of work. Yes. There. And there. Yes. And this, what was the problem here? Same. Which one was it again? This one. Okay. And that one too. You resources needed on. You have resources, not all, but some. The bulk of it you do have. Yes. Anything else that is not already here? Because they have all the stuff, or plenty of the stuff anyway. One worker in the oil refinery. What's going on? I suppose they cannot store or export fuel, or won't be able to anyway, at some time. But at this place with no workers, it's not going to be much of a problem. But is something the matter, or what's going on here? And you have 85 workers on board. Yes, and you're going to... This is the oil refinery. Yes. Are they all going to work here, or what's the problem? But then this ought to have gotten a bit further. I really don't understand. Da, 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 da. Look at the sun set. Is it? I don't know. Or is it a sunrise? It's a change from what it was to what it will be. steel mill. How are you doing? You're missing concrete. Come on, concrete. Is that place even up and running? Concrete plant, where is it? It's around here somewhere. There it is. You cannot store or export concrete. Okay. Could you get a concrete thing, mixer truck in here, please? Yes, yeah, you're working on it, I suppose, or something. Yeah. Yes, that was a strong Baileys. It really was. That was. That was hard hitting indeed. Yes. Some music indeed. Yes, very gay. Electric version. Electronic version. Potato. Almost. The concrete plant. Now it's working. That was not much that you picked up. I mean, load 100% and you got half a ton. Why would you do that? And the steel mill, how much concrete do they need? 263 tons. So if you're going to take half a ton at a time, I imagine this is going to take a while. Seriously, come on. I have workers at the concrete plant and everything. What more do you ask? And I have, all the gravel in the world and all the cement in the world as well. So stop it. That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? This is satisfying though. The gravel storage is completely filled. Yes, this reminds me. Let's have a look at if there is a huge truck parked outside the store. Is this? This is much better. Now there's no queue outside. And meat they have in abundance. That should do wonders. Yes. And yes, we have workers here, but we really cannot tap into the full potential since we don't have a proper bus platform. One thing to do could be to tear all this down and put it in here. That would reach pretty much everything, yes. And put a few new tower blocks somewhere as well. Looking at you. Yes, slowly transforming what was to what will be. Yes, but it's already 1974, so it's not that slowly. Oh, it was about to go bankrupt almost, you know. had to wait out a bit. So even if my knowledge of construction industry here is not that great, at least I can build a somewhat working model here in this game. Yes. Good base. Let's see. What are you trying to do now? I am trying to... Yes. I want to build a new residential building. Let's see. There was something, in the mod I found. Usually I find that the mod buildings are slightly unbalanced in that they have too many workers housed in them. And I don't want my workers to live so cramped. I think it's quite cramped enough. 179 workers with their families, and a couple of adult children living at home, perhaps. No. But residential. Found something that was supposed to be Stalinist. Stalinistic, what you say, Stalinist. Stalinismus 2A and Stalinismus 1A. 55 and 70 workers. And you built from concrete and bricks and gravel, boards. You don't even use prefab panels, unfortunately. But I have all of that stuff, I make it. So you will just cost time and workers to build, no resources. Or what? But I don't trust the building that does not have a road connection. No, if it works, it's very handy. But then again, it only has a connection in one direction. I'll try it. See what happens. Yes. I realize 167 rubles. We'll have it so that we can start work on this instead. The source is without steel. The asphalt plant can't produce asphalt. Really? Are you serious? You can't be. There aren't any workers in here. There should be. There aren't any workers in here neither. Why isn't there? Has something happened? Is something the matter? No, it seems to be fine, but I don't see the bus. Where is the bus? There's only one after all, so it's... it's not always... well, here it gets a very good load. Passengers, I would say, completely full, in fact. So asphalt plant will be able to produce asphalt. Should we need it. Yes, and bricks have started showing up here. Is it still bricks that you need? No, you now need 239 tons of concrete. That's a lot of concrete. Price is down to 190,000 rubles. Concrete plant. Are you? Yes, you're a staff that you're going to be. And the truck is out getting more cement. Very good. Yes. And then it took some time. It's what it does. Constructing. It's Stalinismus. Plenty of workers here showed up very quickly, always before the resources. You're missing asphalt. Yes, and then you can't do anything. If one wants a break from that hustle and bustle, there is the construction site, the constant construction site around the city, town. The first Polocheva. So one can always take a little sleep out here, Sleep out here for a little bit. To the agro farm and the fields and the food factory and the brewery and the meat industry, meat farm and the slaughterhouse, Yes, in the slaughterhouse there is only a cow, and in the livestock farm there are many animals. I don't know how that works exactly. But it does. This was useless, at least for this purpose. And I don't think I want it for any other purpose neither. Because this is not a good place to be doing anything that isn't based on anything close by. Here's a bus apparently taking this route for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, and yes, this is working. That's very good. Should know the next thing, if one were to expand over at the uranium deposits. You have managed to get resources here and workers. Excellent. I mean, this should be done in a jiff, basically. Yes, I think it should. Anyway, this is going to take a while. It's all going to take a while. But let's head over to the nuclear industry site, or the uranium site, at least. Uranium mine. TBD. This is quite a spectacular bit of road. Actually. Yes. And I need to get resources out here. If there's one thing I have learned about the construction industry is that you want resources close by. And here, in the middle, in between both of the cities, towns that I intend to develop, Yes, this is where we should keep our resources. First of all, we really should have. I mean, I can't truck gravel all the way from over here, can I? Really should have a quarry, a local quarry. Can we have that? It takes workers to crush the stone, to crush the stone into gravel. That's annoying. Is not ready to get going with the citizens quite yet. Let's see if there is any stone. The rock formations here, not quite. No, then we're not having a quarry here because it's not. I mean here. Yes, but it is very, very steep. Out here is a good place for it. Yes, where is this in relation to things? It's very far from Sayov. Yes, but you could track it from here then. Yes, or I could track it from all the way over there, you know. But that's not, screw it, I'm going to do that. Yes. Not a gravel quarry. Nope. We're getting ourselves a large aggregate storage, please. Large aggregate storage. Yes. Let's see. Terrain seems to be... No, not that bad. Yes. Let's see. Large aggregate storage is where we will store the gravel. Yes, gravel shall be stored here, I suppose. Yes. And then you're gonna want a truck aggregate unloading. Truck, what? Train aggregate loading? No, truck aggregate loading. Like that. Yes, and then on the other side of things here, truck aggregate unloading. Yes, because we're going to be trucking this stuff in. Not really have the money for a rail network quite yet, unfortunately. But that's the gravel dealt with. Yes, and I am going to pay for this stuff. Might as well have had that clicked, you know, to have auto-purchased all of this stuff. There we go, and we should have a little bit of a road to connect up the things here. Yes. Yes, and no. There we go. That's gravel dealt with. Not quite dealt with, but and a line. Yes, a line. Create new line. Grus. We're going to call this area something. I mean, both of the towns have atom something. Kamratatom. Atomkamrat. Yes. This is gravel to Atomkamrat. And from the here, yes, there's lots of noise here. Stuff is going on. That's what that means. There you go, you load. And then you go to out here where it's currently very quiet. But it won't stay quiet for long. Here you go, and you unload. Yes. And we want a road vehicles depot. This one is not a road vehicles depot. It's over here. There's lots of stuff in here. What is it that I'm transporting? Yes, gravel. How much dollars do I have? Not enough for a couple of those. No. So, what's the dumper? What's the largest, biggest thing? 74. This one. 13 tons. LZ100 dumper semi-trailer. 13 tons, you say? That's not bad. 12 tons. 13 tons. And that one. Yes. Load. Gravel. Weight. Oh no, unload, wait, sure. There you go. Let's get rolling with you. Because that's going to take a while to fill up or start filling up. Fire spread. The shop in Polochevo is on fire. Never mind. We're going back here. That's the gravel now dealt with. Then we need like a warehouse for bits and bobs. And food, perhaps. Yes, food, but the food should be a dedicated warehouse, I think. And that's later. That's later. For now, we need all the stuff for construction. So that means storage and open storage. Open storage, medium. No. It's not very good we have mods here that are a little bit more practical. Like this one. The so-called small open multi-rail storage. And what you're trying to accomplish here, you want easy road access most of all. Yes, but maybe we'll build a road cargo station. Yes, I think we will. Will. Yes, will if we can fit it. Road cargo station. Road cargo station is what we're trying to build here. Indeed, it is not so easy as you'd think. Let and that to rain a bit, and there we have it done. Tra-la-la-la, la-la-la-la. And this as well, multi-rail open storage, yes. Build it. mean, just this setting up storage for all the things that we need to build all the things is costing a fortune. And ideally we would be preparing for rail connection and things, but we're not for the moment. It's simply too expensive. But yeah, I mean, once the steel mill is done, which it's not quite yet, but I mean, it will be one day. And then rail construction will become quite affordable. Slow, but affordable. Well, you were doing something. Yes, we were doing something out here. This is not... Yes, here. Not quite here. Exactly here. Yes. That's this thing. That's good. We want you to store... We're gonna have steel. Not that much though. That much maybe. Or we'll have our own steel soon. So we'll have a lot by then. Prefab panels, sure, lots of those. Bricks, a bit of those. Wood, none. Boards, yes, a bit of boards. 283. And no uranium here. This is for other stuff now. So there we go, and a warehouse for the various bits and bobs as well. Should we go with a stock warehouse or should we go with something else? I think we'll go with a stock warehouse. Stock warehouse. Storage and warehouse. Oh, really? Yes. Would you imagine? We want to build the road cargo station first. Maybe not. I know it's going to be a bit convoluted to drive, but it's what it is. And the storage and the warehousing here. We go. Yes, there we go. And a bit of road to connect this up to the outside world. Here. Yes, and now we should be able to accept most things that we need, except for stuff that is only available freshly. I.e. asphalt and concrete. You know, but that I think is for another day. We need electricity here as well, but fortunately we have this. So electricity will be no problem at all. Can even go ahead and hook that up now. Yes, this is what we're going to do. We have an aim, a goal here. We're going to fix the electricity here. Yes, and we have a high voltage switch. Yes, like that. Yes, and we have another high voltage switch over here somewhere. Yes, and we have a power transformer over here somewhere. Yes, and then we have a bit of high voltage wires. It was necessary to have that size of... no, take it easy, we want to build from here. over to there, yes. And from here to there, and from here to there. And road connection, so you don't burn down, even though we have no fire station here. No, we don't. Not yet anyway, but we will have someday. Yes, and then the substation. Did I say fire substation? Power substation. I meant fire station. But now I mean a power substation. Here. Yes, it's going to cover everything. And it's not going to use so much electricity. There we go. Everything okay? Yes, everything okay. We should then get stuff over here. Now, let's see. Stuff that I import anyways, such as mechanical components and such complicated things that I don't yet have the ability to make. We shall buy from the border house just down the road. There. Yes. So that means that we're going to have a road vehicles depot here. Or perhaps a distribution office. We can try a distribution office. Distribution office. It's storage related. Medium. Here. I think would be better, but you need flat terrain, you say. It's going to be not going to be that quick and easy as you. Oh, careful. 286,000. I mean, just building this stuff. That was half my money, almost. Medium distribution office. Yes, and we should have paid for this 43,000. And so here we should limit the amount. We do 100% mechanical components for now. Yes, and electrical components. Yes, this is not going to go well. Then we fill out on something that we won't get. Like, well, we could have the food store here as well, I suppose. For these towns. Or is this... no, this is dedicated for construction. Let's not mix those two. Electrical components, 22 tons, that's a bit much. But, okay, crops. We do crops. Just to limit the amount of electrical components and mechanical components that will be supplied here by the distribution office. If I understand correctly how these things work. So you're going to need covered hull. This is a good one, perhaps, yes. Need some task. Okay. That is to go here. And load up on electrical components and mechanical components. Then go here and unload those things, mechanical components, electrical components. Yes. voltage is a bit flaky. We're probably low on workers in the power plant. Not good. Come on, people. Work harder. Are you... you're not leaving? Even though this place needs electrical components and mechanical components. No, right, you cannot do that. You need to you cannot use the road cargo station. You need to use the warehouse itself. There you go, unload. Yes, and yes. And then, when you tick over here somehow and figure out that you have something to do, but you're going to load mechanical components, electrical components. What if I didn't tell you to do anything? What to load? Just load. Okay, so that's that. Them set for that. Now we need them also set for many other things. And one other thing that I have not even built yet is, of course, a fuel tank. They're definitely going to want one of those. Oil fuel storage. Very handy thing to have. Yes, here. There we go. And then we need a tanker truck. Wouldn't happen to have one standing around somewhere, please? Not there, but that's not a road vehicle step. What if you look out here? And we have something. This will do excellent. This is then a line that shall be named. Thusly, name. This is diesel. For atomstället. Yes, diesel for the atom place. Sure. And you go from do you go from the down at the oil refinery, or do you go from this one? I think you go from the oil refinery. Yes. And you go to... this is a bit of a way. You go through Molna here, and you end up out here. And you go here, and you unload. And then we want this to... yes, to apply to a vehicle, and it's supposed to be this type of vehicle, and you're supposed to load up on fuel. There you go, and unload on fuel as well, or whatever. There we go, and launch. And now we're going to need plenty of stuff here for everything else as well, to transport, to get the prefab panels and the bricks and what have you over there, in order to start building. But first of all, we need steel. and the steel mill, and that's not really coming along in. It needs so much steel to build a steel mill, and the steel imports are going slow. But I can afford them. So that, dear friends, this has gone on long enough, for much longer than acceptable. Damn it, yes. What do we have? We have this. It's going quite well. Yes. Dear friends, thank you so much for watching. Good night.